So the last 48 hours has been kind of fun. We did a couple things that are very interesting and very unique. My passion is that we stumbled on something really just out of just dumb luck that works very good, that I think a lot of people could use. And what's really cool is, I know where I came from. I know how, I know that I'm not the brightest guy in the room. I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I know all that stuff. So I see if I can do this, that I think a lot of people could do it. And I think that a lot of people, I've experienced this when I came out of the Air Force. I think a lot of people, they need a way to get started. They need a way to step away from the 9-to-5 grind, trading your time for money. So we add a lot of value. So we add value to the community. My community where I live, the community here on YouTube, we add a lot of value to different things because of the things that we've learned through the issues I've had to work out in my life, and we all have issues for sure. And everybody, if you grew up with a super rich dad, you probably feel insignificant. If you grew up with nothing, you probably feel like you wanted more and you didn't want to live your life without, more stuff. Fortunately for me, I've learned a lot. I've learned that stuff doesn't make you happy. But I tell you what, having the ability to do stuff and to go places and to give back and to affect people and to help others is the key to the whole thing. Life is not just it's just, you're not just existing. You're not just breathing air. You're meant to do something. And we're all meant to do something different. For mothers, it's one thing. For fathers, it's another thing. For, rich people, it's one thing. For people who grow up without anything, it's another thing. All of these things come together. So what happened in the last 48 hours is I'm writing this junk removal book, and I haven't physically done very many junk removals myself in a while. So yesterday we had one coming up, and I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know if it was just an ordinary junk removal or if it was going to be something really special, or I didn't know anything about it. But Logan and Talon are out of town, and I thought, you know what? I called Angie up. I said, hey, let's go help these guys out with this junk removal. So we went, and it ends up being an interior designer buying another interior designer's condo down in an area in Naples. And I had no idea. When I walked in the door, I'm like, muy bueno. So these people, we've been working for them for years and years and years. And, they have been through a lot of changes over the years. I didn't know the person that I met. They didn't know me. I walked up, it's funny, she said, is your name Bob? I'm like, no. But I was joking around about my name being Bob with somebody yesterday, so it was there the day before yesterday. So I was like, hey, what does she know? So at any rate, it just was a coincidence. So we go inside, and this is, they're basically, the stuff's in their way, and they want to move their shop into this shop, and this is the stuff that the other people left. Well, one of the things was a pair of Gucci shoes, and they were still in the box, had never been worn. And you're like, wow, can something like that really happen? Yeah, it happens. It happens more frequently than what you might think. I have a 10-speed or a 21-speed bike in the back of my truck that probably cost $2,000 brand new. Now I'm going to take it down to a bike shop and have them give it a tune-up, and I'm going to find out what it's worth. I'm going to sell it on eBay. It's probably worth $500 or $600. Even if it's not, it's probably worth $200. Well, guess what? I got two of them from a junk removal. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So before that, a junk removal we did a few days ago, and this was just an ordinary junk removal. It was a junk removal of a storage unit. A lot of people put their stuff in a storage unit and then they go do something and then they decide they're not going to get it, and they've paid $2,000 out over the course of 2 years or whatever, and they just want it gone. They don't want to pay for it anymore, and they don't want to come back here to do it. So a lot of times they pack things in there that have some value. This particular one I'm talking about, I found a 14 karat gold necklace that was $99.99 back and from JCPenney in like the 1980s. Probably worth $400 or $500 now. Used probably $400 or $500. I don't know. I'm not going to sell that. I'm actually going to give that to someone. Actually, this gold ring right here, I don't know if it's real or not. I'm torn on that. I'm going to look it up in a few minutes. I got a little magnifying glass. We find stuff like this all the time. It ends up in a drawer. The drawer is in a desk. The desk needs to go, and this stuff's in there. So once it's on my truck, it belongs to me. So those are the kind of things I'm talking about. So the other thing is we did a couple lives. Kenny kind of pushed me on the lives, and Hudson. And I've never done one before. I didn't really know what to expect. I still don't think we're really fully doing it to the best of our ability. But it's amazing how many people jumped on to those lives and watched a portion of this. So we're tearing down a 7-story building here on Fort Myers Beach, which is right on the Gulf. And we're using a 50-ton machine that has a 75-foot reach, and it has this little claw on the top top of it, and it looks like a dinosaur. It's kind of cool. That thing, he grabs a hold of the concrete and it crushes it and cuts it right in half like it's just nothing. It's absolutely fascinating. Now, we've done a lot of demo. Colton was absolutely sure he could do this. He explained to me how we were gonna do it, and I thought, yeah, that's easy. We can do that. There's no problem. Now, dust is about the only problem we're gonna have here. We got people complaining about that already, but I don't know what we can do. We don't have enough water pressure, so we'll fix that. So we did the lives. The first one, we didn't have good cellular reception. We were using a hotspot, and it was kind of spotty. We let everybody know it was our first one. We're just trying to learn how to do this. Then I've been trying to get my phone fired up with it. Well, I got an Android phone, and it just won't hook up. So we get over there yesterday, which would be the second day of this teardown, and we thought this was going to take a month. I don't think it's going to take a week. Getting it on the ground. Now, getting it all hauled away and everything, probably going to be a month. We thought maybe 6 weeks, but it looks like it's going faster than what we thought. Now, we did spend a lot of lead time on this thing. We went in and we scrapped out the windows, the sliders, the furniture. We donated a bunch of stuff to a thrift store, church. We have a 53-foot tractor trailer that's half full of furniture that came out of this. We sold all kinds of refrigerators, stoves, washers, dryers, stackables. So about $150,000 worth of stuff at our values. Now, I don't know what we'll end up getting for everything because it takes months and months and months to sell that many windows. So we took, between windows and doors and sliders, we took out about 130 pieces. So the doors are like $99. Most of the windows, the hurricane windows, are going to be $399 or more. Some of the sliders, we're asking $10,000 for them because they're very unique and they're custom. So that's what I'm talking about this business. It's crazy. And we want to spread the word. We're going to use this channel to open up our second location. We're using it to put out a junk removal book. Right behind that, I'm working on the junk removal book is in the editing. The other book we're doing we're in the process of doing the book and editing it as we go. Kinda. I haven't written many books, so I got people helping me out with this. So those two things are going on. We got this junk removal channel that we're doing, and I'm teaching people basically when we get the book rolling, they'll go to this and they'll see little tidbits of things that will help them understand how junk removal done in this way is a big deal. So that's pretty much what's going on. That's pretty exciting to me. The lives are really exciting to me. So we're answering questions live. Kind of cool. Now, we've done it terribly the first 2 times. I'm hoping this next time we're going to do a little bit better. Kind of flying by the seat of our pants. I don't really have any YouTube community here close by that I can lean on and understand. We're all going to Vid Summit this next in about a week, and we're going to start networking like crazy. I'm going to start doing collaborations, as many as I can do, and we're going to start just growing this whole thing. We're about 20. By the end of today, we should be at 24,000 subscribers, which is, I've been told, is a lot. I have, like I said, very little track record with YouTube prior to us starting this, which would have been October of last year when we actually started doing videos. Now, I went through some training before that with Channel Jumpstart. So anyway, that's our vlog for today. We're at about 55 vlogs. We're targeting 100 as quick as we possibly can. And at any rate, it's Remove It Pros Demolition is our main channel. Remove It Pros Junk Removal is our channel we're promoting the junk removal book with. And this channel here is Remove It Pros Pure Entrepreneur. And this channel is all about growing our business, growing through these books, and helping others by having impact. So that's it. Remove It Pros Demolition. See you on the next video.